Hi everyone, it's Jazz, and today I'm just going to be giving you some advice on studying abroad. So, my first tip would be to make sure that you actually do want to study abroad. It can be really stressful if you're not 100% committed and 100% dedicated to actually putting in the work for studying abroad. Are you comfortable with going outside the country, or would you rather stay in your own home country? So, for me, it took me a while, but I did want to, study abroad outside of the country, and I chose Ireland based on the fact that they have a program specifically for writers, which is what I want to do. And I also want to build my writing skills and strengthen them. So I felt that that was the best decision for me, but of course, everyone else is different. Also, look at the safety tips. So there are websites out there that are catered toward people who want to travel abroad, study abroad, tourists, all those kind of things, but they tell you how safe it is in that country. So for example, if you want to go to Russia, make sure that you look up the safety measures, if there are any signs of violence or anything like that in the country that you're going to go to, because people are going to worry about you whether you're doing fine or not. So it's really important to have that sense of security when you're studying abroad. I know that my grandmother, she did not want me to study abroad. She was worried about me and all this stuff. But when you have actual facts to back up, I'm going to be safe here. There's nothing gonna go wrong and everything is gonna be fine. When you have those actual facts and you can show your family and friends that, then it's a lot easier for them to let you actually go abroad. You don't want to go anywhere where you will be put in harm's way because of your religion, your sexual orientation, your gender preference, your race or ethnicity. You don't want to be put in that kind of harm's way. So it's best to avoid those kind of situations, and it's just best for your own safety and for the mental sake of everyone else that you're leaving behind for a semester or even a year. Also, when you do choose the program in the country, make sure you do some extensive research. Look up everything you can about the program, the city, and the country as well. What kind of courses can you take? Are there any internships available? Are there any volunteer programs available to you? What kind of field trips do they offer? And do you have to pay for those out of pocket, or are they just, included in the cost? How much is rent if you're going to be living in an apartment? How many roommates will you have? It's just really important to have all of those facts in mind. Do that research. Give all the research to your family and friends. Ask for their advice. It's just really important for you to have all of that down packed so that you don't have to worry about it in the future. Talk to your study abroad advisor and your advisor in your major department. The study abroad advisor at my school is so helpful. She makes sure that you have all of the costs down, how much for a semester is it gonna be, rent, groceries, miscellaneous expenses. She just pretty much helped me figure out the broader scheme of things, not necessarily what courses I'm gonna take, but more of, will those courses transfer back over to my home school? And will I be able to afford it? How much financial aid will be able to actually go toward my tuition costs? And getting all of that down. My advisor in my major department, because I am an English major, she actually helped me figure out what courses I need to take and how many I need to take in order to graduate on time. I am a senior in my first semester and it's a little bit stressful, but she definitely helped me realize that I need to take X amount of courses to graduate in May. So that's just really helpful. I know that a lot of people don't have the luxury of going to a small liberal arts college where your advisors and your professors really care about, will you graduate on time? Will you be comfortable going abroad? But just make sure you find that outlet, make sure you find that help to make sure that you will be graduating on time, because it'll suck if you can and you have to stay an extra semester, because nobody wants to do that. Next, you should communicate with your family and friends. When you've actually decided, yes, this is what I want to do, make sure you tell them about it. Don't let them know at the last minute, oh yeah, next week I'm going to Ireland. Don't do that. That's really rude. And make sure that, they're with you along the way. You don't have to do all of this stuff by yourself. It's pretty impossible to do it by yourself. The more people you tell, the more advice, the more guidance, the more wisdom that you will receive when you're going abroad. I know that that was really important for me because, like I said, my grandmother, she didn't want me to study abroad because, I'm her grandchild and I live with her. So it's hard to be away from her for that long without seeing her for breaks. So I had to, communicate with her that this is a great opportunity. I'm going to have an amazing time and I'm going to be back before you know it. So that's just really important. And I think that a lot of people, when they do give study abroad advice, they don't really emphasize the importance of communicating with the people that are close to you about it. Finally, start saving. And this is where money comes into play, because money does not grow on trees, so I've been told. So it's really important to make sure that you know how much you need to have while you're abroad, how much per month or how much for the entire stay. I know that here in Ireland, if you're here for more than 90 days, you have to register with immigration, and that's another €300 cost, or that translates to about $358 in American money. So it's really important for you to have that down and say, okay, that's how much I need, specifically that's a fixed expense. I can't change that. Be mindful of the fact that, you're gonna have to have money as soon as you land, for cab fare, bus fare, all that kind of stuff. That has to be pretty much in the back of your mind. So how many jobs do you want to work in the summer in order to save up for that? What kind of scholarships do you want to apply for? Are there scholarships and financial aid that are catered to people who have need-based? Are there any scholarships that are catered to minorities? Scholarships for a certain major? All that information is out there, but it's up to you to actually go ahead and do the research for that. Those are all of my tips for studying abroad. If you have any, please feel free to leave them down below. If you have any questions for me specifically, leave them below, or you can email me. That'll be in the down bar as well. And I hope that you have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.